Hello and good morning, salutations, greetings to all of you around the world. Hello, friends. Vanessa's here, Colleen, Kiefer, a lot of people that I'm seeing from the other few days. Stella, hello, welcome. Hi, everyone. Say hi in chat. Let me know where you're watching from. I know that we'll have some friends in Brazil, a couple in Spain, and of course, some of our friends in Australia, maybe tuning in. It's a little early for them, but welcome wherever you are. I know we have friends in New Zealand as well that are watching. Christelle, hello, hello, hello. I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Andrew Hawkrattle. You can just call me Hawk. I will be your host and guide for these daily creative challenges over the next week. We have a few days left this week and then next week. You can follow along on Behance, hawk.co. I'll be going live probably a little bit later tonight, maybe early tomorrow, doing some portfolio reviews. Doing some challenge reviews. That's what I meant to say. So we will be doing the challenge reviews. And yes, I'm wearing my sushi shirt today for us to do our challenge. We might be making some sushi. So yes, it is hot, hot, hot in Florida. I see that. Hello, friends. So I have a couple things that I want to talk to you about today. Some things that are coming up and ways that you can get involved. Istanbul, man, can't wait to get back there. I was there a couple years ago and it is gorgeous. So let's go ahead and hop over to some of these things that I want to show you and talk to you about. The first is where we are right now, what we're doing right now. Hello, Switzerland. Mustafa's in Switzerland. Right now, we are doing the daily creative challenges every day at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure if it's standard or daylight right now. Who knows? So you can click right here and that will get you the entry to the challenges at behance.net/challenge/illustrator. I'm sure that our moderator Wade will drop that in there. So you can get involved there and it will update you every day when I'm going live with the new challenge, which is very fun. We've done we've done 2 challenges so far, kind of a third. We have a total of 9 challenges. So we're just about a third of the way through learning some tips and tricks in Illustrator through the lens of cooking. If you haven't tuned in, we like to do a little bit of fun here, a little bit of education. So we'll be learning through the lens of cooking. We're going to get a little bit goofy today. And I'm excited because today I get to talk a little bit about theory. We're going to stay out of Illustrator a little bit at the beginning, and I'm going to be able to show you hands-on what's happening digitally. A lot of times we're translating things that are physical into the digital realm. So very, very fun, very awesome. And one more thing that I want to talk to you about, you can get involved in the daily creative challenges by going to our Discord, bit.ly/AI Discord. I'm sure Wade will be dropping those links. Wade is pretty good at link dropping, so he's doing a great job. And then that Discord is where you will get into here. You'll click on the challenge tab, and this is where you will put your challenges. Like I said, I'll probably be going live to give it some challenge feedback a little bit later today, possibly very early tomorrow, and giving you guys some insights and thoughts on the projects that you're working on. These look amazing. You have been doing a great job. We did cakes yesterday and we made pie charts. Ooh, a key lime pie. So yes, we're working on those things. You can get involved there. And then one more thing that I want to tell all of you about, because I think it's very fun, is you can, outside of posting your daily creative challenges, you can submit your portfolios and your other work using the hashtag Adobe Office Hours. So using the hashtag Adobe Office Hours and posting on Instagram or Twitter, you can send that to us. And tomorrow at 1 p.m., Nick Longo and I will be doing portfolio reviews. In office hours, we give you the tips and tools to step up your portfolio, get into the workforce, and hopefully get those clients. And this week we're talking about once you get a client or an inquiry, what do you do next? We're going to help guide you through that process of what next steps are. So tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. And hashtag Adobe Office Hours on social media for you to possibly get featured, which could be super fun. I love doing the features and talking about your guys' work because it's always so amazing. All right. That was a lot of talking, 5 minutes. I try to limit myself 5 minutes talking. All right, so let's hop into our lesson, and it's time to go back to Hawk's Kitchen. I didn't have my mic on. Oh man, we almost got that transition. Today was a little bit of a complicated day because we're going to talk about something very special. So you can tell that it is a little bit dark in here. And I did this on purpose so that I can show you guys and talk to you about blending modes in Adobe Illustrator. I'm just about to see all the messages come through that my mic was off. So this is my favorite, being a little bit ahead. So thank you. We fixed it. So it's a little dark in here, and you can see my green screen kind of keying out, but what I wanted to show you is this is maybe an image or design we're working on in Illustrator. And with blending modes, we can actually use different things and translate from the real world into the digital world. So let's talk about the overlay blending mode. When you're working with overlay, it always will brighten the image that's underneath it. So if we want to apply an overlay, it looks like this. And it will lighten that image, right? We just applied our overlay. So it balanced that, it brightened it, it made it a little bit brighter. So when we're using overlay, it brightens. Now, when we're using multiply does this. Multiply is multiplying the RGB value. So it's taking the top RGB value and multiplying it with the bottom RGB value, which if you multiply a color, it will look like this. The color will show through, the darkers will get darker, and the lighters will also get darker. Everything will get darker when you're working with multiply. So those are some real world examples of how blending modes work. Let's hop into Adobe Illustrator and show you what that looks like in practice. So go ahead and join me over in Adobe Illustrator. And if you haven't, you could download this source file to work alongside us today. So today we are going to apply branded elements to a collateral using blending modes. We're going to be doing a stamp on a filet mignon with maybe some sauce on there. So to create our filet mignon, I'm just going to make a circle from the center very easily. I'm just hitting L or doing the circle tool. So let's go ahead and put this into a color. Let's do a little dark brown, right? We need a little medium rare. And so what I want to do is I'm actually going to apply some grill marks to this, right? So to create some grill marks, we're just going to do this. We are going to, let's do what we did the other day, to where we make a rectangle, and we are going to make this a little bit, let's make it red. Let's make it red so we can really get that grill mark. We're going to go to Effect, Warp, and Inflate. We did this the other day. I'm going to hit OK, and we are going to expand that. Object, expand appearance. There we go. And I'm just going to rotate this by 45 degrees. So that's R to rotate, and I just rotated it by 45 degrees. Now I'm going to make these grill marks, and I'm clicking and dragging, holding Shift and Alt or Option, and it will start to move and make a copy. I can then hit Command D, and it will do that again. So it just repeats what we've done before. Now I have my grill marks, but I want them to be kind of the X's. So I'm going to select each of these, all four together, hit G to group them, and then I'm going to rotate, and again, holding Shift and Alt or Option, just rotate those by 180. So flipping it over that side. I'm going to group both of these together again. And now we'll be able to see how to play with our blend modes, right? So we have this red on top, and we have our filet mignon on the bottom. And all you need to do is we're going to come up here into this panel, and we're going to select our blend mode and multiply. And you'll see, just like we had with our little thing here, our little fiberglass or acetate or whatever it is, when you put it over, it is now making those darker colors darker, but it's not affecting the white, or it's making the white color pure red. So even when you look at me, it's making the white jacket that I have red, but then it's making the darkness of my mustache and my eyebrows even darker. So that's what's happening when you use the multiply, just so you can remember in the real world how it works. Now we have our grill marks here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make another circle and put these in a clipping mask. So I'm going to hit L to make another circle. Oops, I have too many things selected. There we go. I'm going to hit L to make another circle from the center. There we go. And with that selected, I'm also going to click on our grill marks, right click, and hit Make Clipping Mask. And now we have a clipping mask with our grill marks. And you can see because we're multiplied, it is multiplying it down and interacting with those grill marks. Now, we can't really see the interaction because it's like maybe it's just a different color. And what I want to do next is we are going to put a logo on there like it was branded. And this is something that I want you to do to apply a logo. And you can do it to a steak, you can do it to a dessert, whatever you like for this challenge, you can do that. So I'm going to grab the type tool over here. And I'm just going to type out, we've been doing Hawk's Kitchen. So I'm going to do an H and a K. And we are going to blow this up and put it right here in the center. Now, you can see that it's kind of sitting on top and we want it to interact. Blue, yes, Lindsay, blue is when you just sear the edges of the steak and don't kick the inside. So blue, rare, it's one step down from rare. So with our logo or our initials here, we are going to, and yes, Hell's Kitchen, that was very intentional when I named this. So you can set the color. So let's say that we want this again to be that red color, right? So we want the burn. So we're going to go to here and go multiply. So changing the blending mode to multiply, and that is going to burn in, and you'll see that now it's interacting with the grill marks as well as the burger. Now I don't want it to be the same color as the burger, so what I'm going to do is make this a little darker. And as we make it a little darker, actually let's make it like a little, there we go. As we make it darker, you can now see that the grill marks are interacting with that brand. If we want to, we can bring the grill marks to the front by selecting them and going to Arrange, Bring to Front. But it's going to multiply the same. It's taking those colors, multiplying them together. So either way, it works for me. So we have our little brand on there. We could add some effects to make it look sizzly, but that's up to you for your extra credit is to make that look really, really sizzly, kind of play around with some settings. What I want to do next is I want to show you what it looks like to overlay or even using soft light. So those are lightener blending modes. Filet mignon is not complete without a good dollop of butter right on top. So we're going to use this color here. We're going to do a nice yellow for some butter. That's way too yellow. So we're going to lighten it just a little bit. There we go. So we have our nice dollop of butter. And we want this to be pretty opaque, right? Usually a dollop of butter, you can't really see under it, but that butter usually melts. So we're going to grab the pen tool by hitting P, and we're just going to map out, actually, let's do this differently. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and make a copy of this circle. We're going to expand it out, and then we're going to go to Effect, and we did this yesterday. If you guys can remember, if you missed this, go back and learn about the zigzags. So we're going to distort, zigzag. We'll do smooth. And this is just how we made our pie crust yesterday. And we are going to make it very, very woobly. That's not a word, but let's say it's a word. So we have it very, very woobly. And if you can't tell, our butter, we'll make this red, is still sitting on top, but then our melted butter is going around the edge. So what we want to do is we'll make this the same color, but instead of making it fully opaque, we will go ahead and change the blending mode to one of these in the middle. So these three, overlay, lighten, and overlay, soft light, and hard light are lighteners. So if we change it to overlay, you'll see that it is lightening and vibrating those colors. That's a little bit too much for me. So soft light is usually a good middle ground. And now we can see we've got that nice little butter. It's going over the kind of grill marks, making it a little lighter. And we're seeing that it is now interacting with the brand. So we have everything interacting together, making that nice little buttery filet mignon. If we did an inner glow on this, it would give it some dimension. But what I want to do is I want to add some sauce on top of all of it. So we're going to add some more sauce on top of it and show you what it looks like to have something that maybe overflows and interacts with other pieces. So we're going to go ahead and make, let's do it. Make a big splash. We're doing a whole bunch of sauce here. And what do we want our sauce to be? Let's make this maybe, we have a nice little lemon sauce. So we're doing a yellow little lemon sauce. There we go. And we are going to multiply this because the sauce will be poured over the whole thing. So now when we multiply, right, instead of using the soft light on a lighter color, when we multiply, it is going to apply over the whole thing. So now you can see that it is interacting, that is interacting with this whole. You'll see that multiply doesn't do anything to white, but if there is a darker color, then it darkens it, right? So it's basically multiplying by 0 when you put it on white. Interesting. So we're going to go back up here. We're going to do effect, and let's do roughen. So we're going to go to distort and transform and go to roughen. And again, we want to do smooth here and take this way down so we have this nice little blob of sauce. There we go. So if we don't want the sauce to be all the way over the plate and maybe it just goes over the edge barely, we can do something like that. And now we can see, let's say that this was a raspberry sauce. So let's make it a red. Sure, why not? Now you can see that it is interacting with the pieces that have something under it. It doesn't touch the pieces that are not under it. And when it hits white, it goes to full color when it's multiplying. So you can use that to put that sauce over the whole thing. I don't know why it would be a red. I don't know what sauce you would put on here. Let's say it's like a lime sauce. That looks so gross. But as we start to send this behind layers using Command bracket or right clicking and go to arrange send backward, you'll see that now we can set that butter on top. And that butter is now interacting with the sauce, with the grill marks, and with the mark that is underneath there. Let's go ahead and make this a brown sauce, see if that makes it any... Nope, it's killing me that we can't find a good sauce color. I don't know how food works. I don't know what you'd put on a sauce like this. Sure, that looks good. So you have a sauce that kind of overlaps. This would be great for making a stack of pancakes. If you guys want to do that for your challenge, please make a stack of pancakes with butter and syrup that's overflowing onto the plate. That would be really, really fun. When we export these for web, is it like baking and wrapping up the food? Yes, absolutely. And it could be mashed potatoes. Yes, Gregory, that is a great example. So let's go ahead. This looks pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to group all this together. I'm going to move it over to the side, and with that suggestion, Gregory, we are going to make some mashed potatoes. Very, very good idea. We're just going to go ahead and use the pen tool, and I'm going to use a little smattering of mashed potatoes that maybe go around the edge here. And you'll say, Andrew, these are sharp edges. Mashed potatoes don't have sharp edges. That's totally fine because we can make these sharp edges. We can select the shape and then grab these modules and pull them in, and it will round everything out for us. So now we've got some kind of nice mashed potato-y colors. And we want to add in some gravy, right? But we want the gravy to be flowing over the edge. So what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm just going to make kind of a gravy boat that maybe it's broken out that side, maybe it's coming a little bit over this edge. And we're making a shape, trying to be aware that the gravy will be flowing over the edges so that we can really show what that blending mode is doing. And again, we're just going to grab this and round out all those edges. So we want this to be brown because gravy is a brown color. And with this, you can kind of get the idea, okay, maybe it's some kind of side dish, maybe mashed potatoes. But when we go in and we hit multiply, you'll see now, and you can't see it actually really well, but it's not affecting the white, but it is affecting this kind of cream color. So let's make this darker so we can see if it will affect it anymore. Let's actually shift the mashed potatoes to be a little more yellow. Oh, it's picking up the yellows. That's what's happening. All right, these are now going to be a smattering of blue sauce. I don't know. It interacts better just for the example. So you can make mashed potatoes for the example, seeing the multiplying, using two different colors, multiplying those together kind of works a little bit better for the example. So you have your blue sauce. And then again, let's go ahead and take a little dollop of butter and put that on top. Let's do a square this time. Little round square of butter on top. And that butter, again, may be melting, so we'll change it to soft light. And now you can see it's interacting with those colors, all merging together. And my goodness, everyone wants bacon. We do not have time to do bacon today, but for your challenges, make me some bacon. See what you can do and maybe add some pepper on top of that bacon. Maybe baste it in some caramel. Maybe put it in some maple syrup and use those blending modes to show me that it is sitting in that, or maybe it's been dipped in maple syrup, right? So let's pretend that this is a weird piece of bacon. It'd be very easy to show that it has been dipped in something by doing something like this. So I'm going to round out all these edges, and maybe our bacon is a lighter pink color, right? We have this kind of weird meaty bacon. And then when I multiply this syrup using our blend mode, you can see that it looks like it has been now dipped in that syrup. Right? So play around with those blending modes. Make me some bacon. Yes, extra credit bacon, 100%. This is the weirdest foods that we've ever done. I needed the contrast, so we made the foods a little bit of weird colors. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming up next. Next up, we have our friend Shanti Sparrow doing editorial design. I believe they're doing glam rock, so rock on. And then we have Andrea Hawk with our daily creative challenge for XD, Alice Lee, and then Voodoo Val and Wade coming up. Wade, how did yesterday go? Let the chat know. And you can catch him. He's one of our mods today. So I think that he had a great time yesterday. I need to go back and watch it. I was out and about. So again, if you want to get involved, you can do that with our daily creative challenges. Going to, hold on, wait for it. There we go. behance.net/challenge/illustrator, or get involved in our Discord at bit.ly/AI Discord. And our Discord, again, you will be posting your challenges in the tab that is labeled challenges. Wrong button. There we go. In the tab that is labeled challenges. So go ahead and put those in there. Show me what you got. And one more time, just for the announcement, hashtag Adobe Office Hours. Submit your portfolios and we'll be giving you feedback this Friday at 1 p.m. So submit your portfolios. You have a chance to get featured here on Adobe Live to get some great feedback. And it's a really, really great opportunity. So to recap, all right, let's take a breath. And we're going to recap everything that we did today. So for recap, when we're using blending modes, if it's too dark, Alexa, turn on my lights. Apply an overlay. And an overlay will brighten it. Now, if you want to change the color or you want to darken something, multiply. Multiply using a color will make everything that color. It will turn your white pieces into that color and your dark pieces, like my mustache or my nails, even darker. So sometimes it will push to full black. So in the real world, that's how it works. When we work today, we put it on different foods, showing sauces interacting with each other. And it's great to stack things to show those interactions. So play around with blending modes. Let me know what modes you're using, what you're loving, and what kind of dish that you are making for me. I left you an empty plate and I am hungry. So go do those daily creative challenges. I will see you again tomorrow, same place, same time, 11:30 a.m. doing our next daily creative challenge. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.